me. I think we mentioned, like, while waiting for replays, we mentioned Giga Bowser, who's been one of the best Sylphs for a while, and Mystery Soul, who's been, like, on the rise a lot during 2021 and showed off really well during Riptide. Syzygy is another Sylph that was doing really well online throughout the course of, like, the first half of 2021. And I think this is going to be their first time kind of as a big name in an RCS.
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
Can't wait to see how it goes. And as our lovely esports man tells us, every set has Clarin in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely complaining, but...
I like Clarin. I'd rather watch 3 Clarin sets in a row than, like, I don't know, 3 Forsburn. But that's not the point. Now, if Edelus Clarin was a polarizing matchup, this is a matchup that most Clarin mains do not like.
Yeah, for sure.
Sylv is really good at just kind of outspacing the character with the sword. And edge guards in this matchup are very, very volatile. Because both of these characters... Sylv's recovery is a bit less linear, but there's a lot less disjoint to it, and kind of a lot less hitboxes in general. So it can kind of be easier to react and punish to. Platforms will obviously help with that. Meanwhile, Clarin has that really big hitbox on the up B, but it's very linear. So if you're careful, you should be keeping Clarin off stage for a while.
And I saw back there on the first stock, Dots doesn't have the best distance, especially if you lose your jump. So if Syz is able to kind of lock down that jump and force Masumi to use it in a bad spot, that could just be death.
Yeah. And we're seeing...
The gate starter is really interesting, because obviously still being a heavy is going to live super long on a stage like this where the blast zones are so big, and we're kind of seeing that happen right now.
Going for the down air.
Yeah.
However, I do think the opposite problem exists. I was gonna say, Sylv does tend to have trouble killing on some of the bigger stages, but if you hold in on his kill confirms, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And holding in right on the side B there is gonna take Masumi's second stock. Not a 3 stock, though, which you always love to see.
Yeah, Masumi's still making a little bit of progress right here. Just trying to bring this game back to being at least somewhat even.
It's definitely a mountain at this point. And I mean, again, you're in a matchup that is maybe considered your character's worst with Clarin Sylv for Clarin, and then you're playing, like, one of the best Sylvs playing right now. It's obviously not going to be easy. I don't know how Syzygy personally feels about Clarin, but... Oh, wow, just running up and down smashing.
Wow, that was incredibly bold, but again, the DI mix-ups that Sylv has are just so scary.
Yep.
Stuff like that is going to throw people off, no matter how good they are. But we are going to be seeing a character switch from Masumi to a matchup that I think is pretty good for Sylv, to a matchup that I think most Sylvs would agree is not quite as good.
Probably one of his bottom 3 matchups. We have Masumi switching to the Zetter here.
Yeah.
And going to Aether High, which I always ban against Zetter when I play Sylv. So this is... we'll see if this matters. Because there's a very real chance that it could.
We'll definitely see how it's able to go here. Zetter's really good at maneuvering on the plots, especially on a stage like this, and the ladder combos from Zetter are incredibly scary.
I do think Sylv has some good ladder combos of his own, but being in disadvantage against Zetter, especially when you're playing as Sylv, is very, very difficult. You might just get stuck there for a while. And we're already kind of seeing Masumi do so much better compared to game 1. Taking the death early there to DIing out on the dash attack, but managed to get a lot more damage on that first stock.
Yeah, I think one of the big things about this matchup is I feel like it's easier for Zetter to kind of stay stuck to Sylv, and like even if you drop the combo, you're still able to kind of stay nearby and outframe data him before he can really get back to neutral.
Yeah, Zetter has some very strong moves that come out very fast.
Yeah, oh no, attempt to extend the edge guard right there from Masumi, possibly getting a little bit nervous.
Maybe. You gotta wonder when you watch people play a top Sylve, like what they're thinking of with the edge guarding, because burrowing and just Sylve's recovery in general is this thing where if you like have the patience and can tell what's happening, it can be pretty easy to get the edge guard, and we see Masumi getting the kill there. But like if you get nervous or you start like doubting yourself, Sylve can just kind of start getting back on stage for free.
Alright. So he's missing the sweet spot, but using the burrow invincibility. That's a new one. And here we go, already back in advantage. Another big string here.
Yep. Oh, dash attacking through the fireball. We see the down air. That Zetter is alive, but no!
Trades! And yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't it, but I guess it was after all.
Mm-hmm.
So just had another one waiting.
Really, really good kind of, I'd say recognition there almost from Syz to just like go for the kill.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I can spike you. Do it.
Alright, so
Cannot watch.
it looks like we're gonna be at least trying to have Epsilon and Korosagi next. I'm gonna say that's how you pronounce it.
That's what I was thinking with.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
No, we didn't get the replay.
There's a replay issue.
Badly.
Ooh, that should actually be a really fun set.
Actually be a very exciting set if we get that one next. We might have some Epsilon for you guys still. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Alright.
Awesome. We have Epsilon and Skinner coming up, which is...
Yeah.
This is a pretty